Okay, guys, so today we're going to do a little reading with Dylan. And he's going to read us one of his favorite books, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Now, important to remember is that Haley is just there to follow along while he memorized the entire book. Have fun!
Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody. All right, so today we're going to be reading Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No
Good,
Good,
very
Very
bad
Bad Day.
day.
And that is by Judith Viorst.
Oh yeah.
I botched that. Okay, are you ready?
Mhm.
Do you want to read it?
Mhm.
All right, let's start.
I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Cobra Stingray card kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I moved to Australia, and the couple, Mrs. Gibson, let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed, and I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm gonna be car sick. No one even answered.
Oh my
Huh?
God. No, go on.
I
That
could
was
I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sing too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said that I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said the full alpaca was his best friend, and Albert and Maya was his next best friend. That I was only his third best friend. I hope you sent on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get to stick a strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream park falls off the cone park and lands in Australia.
oh my God.
There were two cupcakes in full of Parker's lunch bag, and Edward got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess his mother forgot to put in a dessert. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school my mother took us all to the dentist and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week I said I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs the elevator door closed on my foot, and while while we while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car, scolded me for being muddy and fighting. What?
Keep going.
I'm having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I, I, I told everybody. No one even answered. So then they went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose blue ones with red stripes. Nick chose blue ones with red stripes. I chose blue ones with the red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They me buy the plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. When we picked up Dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copy machine. But I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk. I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said, "Don't fool around with this. Don't fool around with this phone." But I think I called Australia. Australia. My dad said, "Please don't pick him up anymore." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing.
Gross. Disgusting.
I know. Huh? My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My mother went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pill. He said I can keep it. The Mickey Mouse light burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that, even in Australia. How was that, Haley?
Oh, you did such a good job. How do you remember that whole book?
I don't know. I just do when I was when I went to Miller.
That's when you memorized it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but didn't we read the book a lot when we were little?
yeah. That was, but uh, uh, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Do you
Yeah,
ever have terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days?
sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we all do.
yeah, we all do.
All right. Thank
uh,
you for listening.
you're welcome. See ya.